students, my name is Dr. Manoj Kumar, Assistant Professor in Mathematics in the Applied Science and Humanities Department, IIT Lucknow, which is a constituent college of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. In this lecture, we shall discuss about the elementary transformations, and with the help of elementary transformations, we will find inverse of a matrix. So, this is the very important topic in this unit of matrices, and because all the solutions of linear differential equations we can find the echelon form of the coefficient matrix by the elementary transformations. We can also find rank of matrix by elementary transformations. So, elementary transformations are very important for this chapter. So, this is the elementary ideas, this is the elementary topic on the elementary transformations. We shall study about the elementary transformations, equivalent matrices, elementary matrix and results on the effect of E operations, means elementary operations or elementary transformations on matrices, and after that we will find inverse of a matrix by elementary transformations, and there are some examples by which we can illustrate the elementary operations. Now, see here, this is the elementary transformations. Elementary transformations means any one of the following transformations on a matrix is called an elementary transformations or E operations. Now, see here, we will illustrate this definitions or elementary transformations by the examples. See here, suppose that 1, 2, minus 3 and 0, this is a given matrix. Then first says that there are only 3 transformations will be allowed as elementary transformations and nothing else without it, means whenever you have to apply the elementary transformations, then these 3 transformations will be applied. First, interchange of 2 rows or 2 columns, it means that first row we can find, and it is denoted by this way, ith row, suppose that ith row interchange with jth row or ith column interchange by cj, jth column, then it is allowed under elementary transformations. For example, if we change here R1 interchange with R2, then we will get equivalent. This is the matrix, that is the symbol of equivalent. After some time we shall read about the equivalent matrix here. Then it will be equivalent to second row will be first row, means minus 3 0, and this is the first row will be second row 1 2. So, this is the first elementary transformations, which is the interchange of 2 rows or 2 columns. Now, second thing, multiplication of a row or a column by a non-zero element k. Yes, this is the another elementary transformations in which we can multiply by a non-zero element, a non-zero scalar with any row or any column. Now, see here, suppose that we have to make minus 3 as 1, then by elementary transformation it is allowed, we change R1 by minus 1 by 3 R1, minus 1 by 3 is a scalar, then it will be equivalent matrix, this will be 1 and this is 0, and this is the second row will not change 1 2. So, in this way 1 0 1 2, this is the this transformation allowed. We can also make this element as 1 by dividing 1 by 2 in the second column also. So, this is the second transformation. Third transformation is the addition of k times the elements of a row or column to the corresponding elements of another row or column where k is not equal to 0. Yes, this is the important thing, means ith row can be replaced by Ri plus alpha Rj, means your k into alpha is a scalar. So, alpha multiplied by jth row, and you can add that row with the ith row and you replace the ith row. This is allowed. In the same way, in the column this is allowed Ci plus alpha Cj. So, this is the elementary transformation, and by this we can make a element as 0. Suppose that we want to make it as 0, then what will you do? Means R2 will be replaced by R2 minus 1 R1. Then this equivalent matrix will be what? This will be, first row will not change, second row 1 minus 1, this is the 0, 2 minus 0, this is 2. So, in this way we can operate this second row, on second row can be replaced by this row 0 2. So, these three transformations are known as elementary, and in the second you can denote it alpha into Ri. So, just see here, alpha is not equal to 0, because we focus on these three elementary transformations, because again and again we apply these transformations. Now, see here equivalent matrices. Yes, any matrix B which is obtained from a matrix A by one or more elementary operations or elementary transformations, then B is said to be equivalent matrix of A. Now, see here two equivalent matrices A and B are written as this is the A Wiggle B, this is the symbol A Wiggle B, this is by default, but here this is the notation A Wiggle B. So, any matrix, means any matrix A, suppose that 2 3 1 0, then if we change R1 by R2, then you will get equivalent matrix, this 1 0 2 3, this is the equivalent, this is B, B is equivalent to A or A is equivalent to B. So, this is the equivalent matrices. Now, elementary matrices, this is the important matrix. Elementary matrix means when we apply any elementary transformations on the identity matrix, and then we will get an equivalent matrix of I, that matrix will be known as elementary matrix. See here, the matrix obtained from a unit matrix by subjecting it to one of the elementary transformations is called an elementary matrix. For example, suppose that an identity matrix I2, this is 1 0 0 1, then we can apply any elementary transformation. Suppose that this is the elementary transformations, we apply here, first row will change with 2 into R1, then we will get an equivalent matrix what 2 0, because 2 into 1 2 and 0 into 2 that is 0 0 1. then this is the elementary matrix and it is generally denoted by E. So, E is the elementary matrix here, this is elementary matrix. So, see here, whenever we apply the elementary transformation on the identity matrix, then that matrix will be elementary matrix. Now, some results on the effect of E operations on matrices. There are some results. Now, see here one by one, any elementary row operation on the product of two matrices is equivalent to the same E row operation on the prefactor. It means that suppose that A into B is given and you apply any row transformation on AB, then this is correct. This row transformation will be applied on the prefactor of AB, means on A into B. This is the statement. If you apply row transformation on product of AB, then the same transformation will be applied on the prefactor of AB, that is on A. And in the second point, similarly, if we apply any elementary transformation, any elementary column transformation on AB, then the same column transformation will be applied on the post factor of the multiplication, that is on B. So, this is the any E column operation on the product of two matrices is equivalent to the same elementary column operation on the post factor. So, in this way these are two results we can apply anywhere. Now, third result is that every elementary row operation on a matrix A is equivalent to pre-multiplication by the corresponding elementary matrix, and same result for the column transformation also. Every elementary column operation on a matrix is equivalent to post multiplication by the corresponding elementary matrix. Yes, these results will be applied in this case. Suppose that A is equal to IA, we can write A is equal to IA, then any row operation, if we apply, this is the previous result actually, if we apply any row operation on this A, then the same simultaneously the same row operations will be applied on I, same row operations will be applied on prefactor I. So, this is the first result and this is correct, this, and it will be equivalent matrix, this is equivalent. So, this is the equivalent matrices and this is same thing. Suppose that this is change in A 1, then it is equivalent, this is equal to B into A, this is the equivalency. So, this is the saying that first point. And in the second point, suppose that I is equal to means A is equal to A into I, means you multiply by the identity matrix in the right, means this is the post factor of A into I. Then whenever you apply any column transformations, then similarly column transformation will be applied on the post factor on the I, same column transformations. So, same column transformation when we apply, then I will be changed into another matrix, suppose that E, and this is will be changed in B, then B is equal to A into E, this is the equivalency here. This result says in this way. Now, third result is that means fifth point, the inverse of an elementary matrix is an elementary matrix. Yes, whenever we find the elementary matrix, we find the inverse of an elementary matrix, then the result will also be an elementary matrix. Means जो रिजल्ट आया है आपका वो भी किसी न किसी आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स पर एलिमेंट्री ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगाएंगे तो वो मैट्रिक्स आपको मिल जाएगी, इसका यही मतलब हुआ. नाउ transform, there is some problem, and by this problem we will understand how we will apply and how we will reach the in the identity matrix by applying the elementary transformations. So just by this problem we can understand how we will use the elementary transformations. Now see here, transform the matrix A into a identity matrix by using elementary transformations. So see here, let us see the solution, because if we do then we will understand much better. So A is given, A is equal to this 1 2 1 and this is 3 2 3 1 1 2. So the problem is that we will change it into identity matrix. You know, identity matrix is equal to this 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So you have to remember, you have to keep in your mind that I3 identity matrix is this, means we have to find first row first column element as 1 and others are 0, second row second column element as 1 and others are 0 in the second row, and in the third row third column third element is 1 and others are 0. So let us see how you will change it. In my opinion, whenever you have given a problem to this type, then we have to make first row first column element as 1. If it is not 1, then we will make it by elementary transformation as 1, but here it is given it is 1, then this is correct. Now with the help of this element we will make others element of same column as 0 by applying the elementary row transformations. Now see here R2, see here what, R2 will be replaced by R2 minus 3 R1. Our focus is that 3 will become a 0. So this operation will be applied and R3 will be replaced by 1 minus 1, this is R3 minus R1. Then we will get an equivalent matrix and that matrix will be here, first row will not change, that is 1 2 1, second row will change 3 minus 3 0, 2 minus 3 into 2 means minus 6 minus 4, 3 minus 3 this is again 0, 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 2 this is minus 1, 2 minus 1 this is 1. So this is the equivalent matrix. In our mind we will make this 0 and this second row second column element as 0, which is the same column element of first column below the 1. Now proceed it again in the next slide. See here, equivalent matrix is this. See here, what is the matrix? This is 1 2 1, 1 2 1 and 0 minus 4 0, and in the third row 0 minus 1 1, 0 minus 1 1. Now second operation will be applied in this way, that this element second row second column element as 1, then if we apply R2 replaced by minus 1 by 4 R2, then the equivalent matrix will be equal to first row will not change, second row will change, minus 1 by 4, 0 by minus 4 this is 0 and this will be 1 and this will be again 0, and third row will not change, 0 minus 1 1. Now see here, with the help of this element we will make others element of the same column as 0 by row transformations. Then see here, we change R2 sorry R1 by R1 minus 2 R2, and at the same time we can change third row also, R3 will be changed by R3 plus R2. Now remember it, when you change R1 then again you cannot apply any operation on R1 after changing it. So just see here, this is correct. Now this is equivalent matrix which will be first row will change R1 minus R2. So 1 minus 0 0, 2 minus 2 0, and this is 1 minus 0 1. Second row will not change, 0 1 0, and third will change, 0 plus 0 0, minus 1 plus 1 0, 1 plus 0 1. Now see here, third row third column element, now we pick up third row third column element, we will make it as 1 if it is not 1, but here it is 1, then with the help of this one we will make another elements as 0 of the same column. Just here this is in the this second element in the same column is 0, therefore no need to make it 0 because it has already come as 0, and this one we will make 1 as 0 by elementary row transformations. Then you see here R1 replaced by R1 minus R3. Then in this way when this operation will be applied, now see here you will get again equivalent matrix, and this is first row will change R1 minus this 1 0, 1 minus 0, 0 minus 0 0, 1 minus 1 this is 0. In the second row will not change, 0 1 0, and this is 0 0 1. Now see here, this is the identity matrix, that is A is equivalent to I by row transformation, elementary row transformations. So in this way we see here our key point in this case is that we have to make first row first column element as 1, and with the help of that one we will make others element as 0 in the same column by elementary row transformations, and second row, and after that second row second column element will make as 1, and with the help of that one you can make others elements of the same column as 0, and similarly you have to make third row third column element as 1, and with the help of that one you can make others element of the same column as 0 by elementary row transformation, just I have given. Now inverse of a matrix by elementary operations. Now see here, the elementary row transformations which reduce a square non singular matrix A to the identity matrix I when applied to the identity matrix. See here, to find the inverse, actually suppose that A is a non singular matrix, then we can find its inverse by elementary transformations as follows. Write A is equal to IA, or we can write A is equal to A into I. This is correct. Now apply only row transformations, only in the first case only row operations, on A, and you have to reduce it in the identity matrix. At the same time, same transformation applied on this left in this I, same row transformations. So, same row transformation on apply on I, then it will be changed into another matrix B, then it will be changed into another matrix B. So, in this way, if we apply row transformations on A and we will change it into identity matrix, at the same time I will be changed into another matrix B, which will be the A inverse, and in the second case, because I is the post factor in the right hand side, therefore we apply only column transformations, on A, and it will change into identity matrix, and at the same way same column transformations will be applied on this on this I, actually I on this I, same transformation on the post factor means I, then this I will change into another matrix B, and at that time it will be the A inverse. This is the method to find the inverse of a matrix by elementary transformations. So, now see here we have taken a problem. By this problem we can understand it very easily how you will find a inverse of a matrix. Now, see here, let A is equal to this be a matrix, we shall find the inverse by using the elementary row transformations. Then solution, we can find the solution in this way. A is given, so A is equal to this, and we can write iota into A. Then we can find here, write it, this is the 1 2 1 3 1 2 and 0 1 2, and in the right hand side open this I 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and you put A as usual. Now, see here, first row first column element as 1, we will make 3 as 0, then we apply R2 replaced by R2 minus 3 R1, then this equivalent system of matrices will be applied. First row will not change, 1 2 1, and this is 3 minus 3 0, 1 minus 6 minus 5, and 2 minus 3 minus 1, and this is 0, third row will not change, 0 1 2. Same transformation, see here, same transformation will be applied here. First row will not change, but second will change, 0 minus 3 minus 3, 1 minus 0 1 0, this is 0 0 1 into A. So, this is the same transformation will be applied here. Now, this is again, if we make this element as 1, then replace, interchange R2 with R3, then we will get here in the left side, first row will not change, 1 2 1, and this is 0 1 2, and this is 0 minus 5 and minus 1. Now, see here, same transformation will be applied on the left matrix, then it will become, first row will not change, 1 0 0, second row will be third means 0 0 1, and this is minus 3 1 and 0, this is A, and in this way we replace it and proceeding it I will change just in the previous types 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 and this is equal to it will be changed into B into A, then B will be equal to A inverse. You can find very easily by this by applying the elementary transformations. So, in this way this is the result of that. Thank you.